Hi folks, in this video I wanted to carry on with the animation basics and look at creating a Playblast. So that's creating a video file from Maya of your animation. So in the previous video I animated a camera around my objects. In the meantime I've just added a simple polyplane which is working as like a floor. Another polyplane which I've applied a bend deformer to kind of curve it around and create a backdrop. And then I've got a very weak ambient light in there. Brought the intensity right down so I can see some shadows. And then I've got a spotlight as well. So that's creating like a glowing effect over the moving spheres. And the result is this in a minute. So if I hit play, we can see what it looks like when the camera moves around there. So we can see we're starting off moving around and it's rotating as the camera moves around the objects. Now if I want to create a video file from this or see what it looks like previewed, very easy to do. You need to go to Playback, Playblast. I'm going to open up the options window and just change a few things in here. So to begin with, time range. This is the length that you want to have on display. So I'm going to use the time slider. So wherever this is, whatever frame this starts and ends, however long it is going to be what's exported. You can do the whole range by just doing start to end, but if you've got a really long animation and you only want it to start at 22, for example on mine, and end it at 235, that's fine. If yours goes on for, I mean, if the full length is 500, so there's a lot of dead space at the end of mine. I just wanted to show this little bit. So you can tweak the length of the time slider by just typing in where you would want it to start. So let's say I want to change that to 35. And I could do that. And now it's starting a bit later on, finishing at the same point. Okay. Video format, we're going to do AVI. Codec, these may be different depending on the computers at college, but I would suggest using the top one, IYUV. Quality by default is set at 70. I would what I would be doing is doing this and creating temporary files which get deleted to begin with to get your settings right, and then when you're happy you can bump this up and Playblast and create a video file that's nice high quality. So 70 is fine for now. Display size I would do from render settings, and that will use the settings that we've set up in the renderer. In previous videos I showed you how to use these up here, but by default that should be fine. And then scale, this will scale the video down either so it's full size or whether it's just half the size of the window. I've brought mine all the way up to 1, that would be fine. Remove temporary files, so what it's going to do is just create a temporary video file and then get rid of it. So if I do Playblast, it runs through like a little preview of what it's going to look like, and then it will create a video file for us, like a temporary video file. So you can see there, that's the video. Now what you'll notice on that, can you see the cone for the light has appeared? So if we were to save this as a video file, we would still see this sort of like green light. And if I just pause that, you see that bit. So what I would do is, if you want to remove any of that, you just got to go to the panels bit here and do show, turn off lights. And that won't get rid of the lights, it will just hide them. Sometimes if you've got the heads-up display on as well, like things like this, camera name, XYZ handle, polygon count, if you've got the heads-up display on it, it will show that as well in your Playblast. So if I just do that again, do playback, Playblast, you can see now that the cone of the light has been removed, so we're not having to worry about that in our scene. So let's say I'm happy with that and I want to save that as a video file. All you're going to do is go back to Playback, do Playblast, and then save the file, call it, I don't know, Crazy Fun Times, bro. Browse, just put it on my desktop. Yeah, I'll do it in again. Hit save. And then Playblast, and then that will create the video file for us. There we go. So again, that is quite a nice technique for, you know, adding, even if you were just going to create nice little videos, rotation videos, moving around models that you've created. You know, a nice way to do that would be to set up some lights in the sea and set up some planes, put your nicely modeled object in there, maybe have a bit of animation on it if you want, and then you can rotate the camera around it, create some nice panning shots of the models, focusing on detail. You can do like a tracking shot across details on your weapons and things like that, and then edit those all together in a short film, like a video file. It's a great way to showcase your work to unis and to potential employers. All right, folks, hope that helps.